So we need to know what you need, right, to take your business to the next. You will be execution challenge. I want you to take the time out, whether it's your phone, on your laptop, on your iPad, or if you like to sign, pen and paper. Make the list of the things that you need to take your business to the next level. So that when you start doing that business execution challenge, you already know what to start working on and start everything. Again, it's about doing a whole bunch of complete, y'all.
I think
So one of the things
choppy
I've
over
known,
there, Sonny. You're a little choppy over there.
Say that again.
You freezing up.
Can you?
You're real choppy.
You hitting the robot on us, baby.
Okay, I think she's gone now. So I'll just take over till she comes back. So we're doing the business execution challenge. So where we are going to be talking about our business and laying out the foundation for what we need to do, right? Organizing our timelines, organizing our strategies, and getting present to what is important in our businesses. You're welcome, Sonny. Can you speak?
I don't know. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's the Atlanta Wi-Fi. It's the Atlanta Wi-Fi. That's all.
Okay, I'm just, I don't
Go
know.
ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish saying what you were saying.
Oh, I was just saying, so we just need to organize our businesses. And really, the most important part is after you're organizing, after you're planning, after you're building out your strategy, the most important part is the execution part, right? And I think that's the part that a lot of people, like, that's what challenges us, right? Because we get those thoughts in our heads, like, we can't do this, I don't know what to do, but you got to start, right? This is not a situation where everything is going to be perfect, right? So we have to make sure that we can get over our mindset and those limiting beliefs so that we can at least start the execution process. And then you get to refine, you get to rebuild, you get to replan, you get closer to your vision as you rework the process. So throw process in the chat because it is a process, it is a journey, and you have to kind of, loosen the reins on yourself a little bit. But you have to start, you have to execute, because that's really the only way you're going to get there. You can write out a business plan for 1,000 years, but if you don't start it, then what's the point of it? So we are going to be doing the business execution challenge this week so that we can execute on what we need to for our businesses. Back to you, Sunny.
Thank you, my boo. Thank you. So again, understand that it's very important that you track your journey, right? So while you're doing everything that you need to do for your business, it's important that we track our journey because we need to see what's working from what's not working. Okay, it's vital. If not, you'll be in the hamster wheel doing a whole bunch of the same things that's really not getting your business to that next level. So if you are committed to the process of making sure that you will track your journey, please drop committed in the chat. Do not skip that step, y'all. It's so important that you truly, truly, truly track everything that you're doing every day for your business. We need to know what's working because we want to 10x everything that's working and we want to eliminate the things that are not. That's the purpose. And so right now we're going to get into the accountability aspect. Y'all already know how this goes. Right now, as I start to slow down, and there's only one thing that should be going in the chat right now. One thing, because there's only one king in this community that gets us all the way together to make sure that we can be fully committed to this process. There's only one king in this room that's going to get our minds to the next level to make sure that we can handle where we're looking to go as far as our next level. There's only one king that has about 5511 names, whether it be Sean Crewmate, whether it be Two Comma Crew, whether it be Coach Crew, whether it be King Crew, whatever it is that you want to call us, you better call them that Mindset Mogul. Drop Mindset Mogul in the chat, please. And then what I need everybody to do is come off mute at this time so that we can pour all the love, all the energy, all the positive, everything into our Mindset Mogul as he gets our minds situated. and make sure that we are not staying in the old mindsets that we couldn't really have the success that we truly want to have as we step into the new mindsets as we go to the next level. So everybody come off mute right now and let's give it up for our mindset mogul. Let's go, y'all.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's
Go, let's go.
Let's
Come
go,
on.
let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's get it, crew.
Let's
Bring
go.
him out.
Good
Let's
morning.
go,
Let's
let's
do
go,
it.
Bring
let's
him
go, let's go,
out.
let's go.
Let's
Let's go.
go.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.
Where you at?
Mindset
Where you
mogul.
at, mindset?
Mogul, let's get it,
go.
let's get it.
Mindset is the key to life. Mindset is the key to life.
Oh, I
Always.
love that. Let's
Come on,
go.
bring them up.
Yeah.
Let's
Do
go,
it.
let's go, let's go.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
There we
Ain't nothing to
go.
it.
There we go.
Yo, when your mindset
Yes.
ain't right.
Y'all funny,
Come
man.
on, bring them out.
Yeah.
What's up? How we feeling? How we feeling? Yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Once again, today is a good day for a great day. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you look at the number of people that's on this call, did you expect this? Because I did. It was expected in my mind because I know that most people are going to take days off. Somebody dropped days off in the chat. I mean, even a week back, Sunshine was like, "Hey, King, what we doing on Monday?" Because you know, I'm like, "Well, you know, we still gonna be on here." She said, "Yeah, I know. I'm just making sure because we know people not gonna be on." This is how it works in real time. Your life is not gonna give you a pass because of a situation. How many of us here relate to it that we're not gonna get a pass because of our situation? Oh yeah, you know, the baby at home crying. Boss don't care. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm stuck in this traffic. Opportunity doesn't care. I'm telling you right now, it does not matter about what we feel, what we want, and what we think. It matters about who we are being. That is the ultimate goal. Somebody drop being in the chat. This is why you're not called a human doing and a human being. The issue is that most of the humans being are humans just doing. They're the ones who are just doing the work that the people who are being have created. Okay, that sounds a little weird. Mindset mogul. I don't know what to talk about, bro. It's early. I should be celebrating Labor Day weekend with everybody running crazy, half naked through the streets of New York. I mean, you can still do that later. But what I'm saying right now is you won't enjoy that if you don't put yourself in a position of power. Somebody say position of power. Hopefully, I'm able to share my screen today. If not, then you got to catch it. You got to catch it. But you got to look at yourself already as the best of the best. Look at yourself as the best of the best, top of the top, cream of the crop. Because remember, there's other people that's in your situation, that's in your particular realm who decided not to show up for themselves. In fact, you know, how many times have you done that? Well, let me get 5 more minutes. Let me get 6 more minutes. Let me get 10 more minutes. And the 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes turns into a delay in what you actually can create. Or it shows up in another way where you might end up being late for work, but it's only the same amount of minutes that you asked to go to sleep for. Am I the only one who ever felt that, where I said, let me just wait 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, and that has been a determining time where, damn, if I just had an extra 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, I was able to do the thing that I was set out to do intentionally in the first time. So I want us to realize scheduling. Somebody dropped the word scheduling. Whether you believe it or not, y'all, I know sometimes it gets a little crazy in this world of building your own empire, or just even the regular grind, like being a parent. Like I was a parent for a week, you know, which was great. I was able to give my kids back. Hey, give my little nephew right back to his mom. She thanked me. She's appreciative. But at the same time, it shows me that there's a certain level of work ethic that you can do and that you're not going to be able to do based upon your circumstances. So we understand that there's going to be things that you feel challenged with. Your job is to be creative enough to work around your excuses and create solutions. When I say excuses, it's not a negative, y'all. Get comfortable with these words. We all make excuses. Excuses are things that excuses you from doing something. That's all it is. Don't feel bad. Excuse does not mean a lie. I know some of y'all, when y'all not making an excuse, man, it's an excuse. Anything that excuses you from doing the thing that you said you were going to do is called an excuse. Now, there's no right or wrong. It's just workable and unworkable, right? So just look at it. Look at your results. The current situation that you have right now, is it workable for you to continuously miss out on opportunities of doing things you said that you were going to do? Can I get an answer in the chat, please? I just want to make sure y'all following. Can I get something in the chat? Okay. So if I'm looking at this as my life is in my control, somebody put that in the chat, my life is in my control. If I'm looking at my life as if it's something that's in my control, I want to make sure I put my best energy forward and my best intention forward. So not only do you need to schedule things, you need to actually have accountability to execute these things. So somebody write accountability. Y'all all should be taking notes because it's looking like I'm not going to be able to share my screen. For some reason, the internet is just going crazy on me right now. It's not working the way that I would love to. It keeps signing me in and out. So I might not be able to share my screen. But what I want to get us present to, hey, we go old school with it. I'm going to speak visually and you got to write this stuff down. So when we talk about accountability, when you break down accountability, what I want y'all to do is when you write the word accountability, draw one line diagonal, draw another line the opposite way diagonally. And the first diagonal line, I want you to put discipline. And then the second diagonal line, I want you to put consistency. So it should look like a triangle, right? Accountability should be at the top. You should have one leg. One of the legs should say discipline. The other leg should say consistency. So I know this is remedial. I know this is like intermediate. I know this is something that's so simple, but we miss these things. We miss these things over and over. And it's so simple, so it's easy to miss. Oh, I do it tomorrow. Oh, I do it someday. Someday never exists. Tomorrow is never now. You understand? It's never now. And you only have the now. So regardless of how you feel, I know, Coach Crew, you wildin', bro. Like, I'm hungover from last night. What you talking about? Well, all I'm saying to you is, your job is to make sure that you are accountable to doing what you said that you wanted to do. If you do not do that, there is nobody that can save you. It's just a reality of it. So how do we get you to get to that next level, right? Everybody's main goal is to become more effective in less time, whether we believe it or not. So let me just double check to make sure y'all all believe in your own self. Is your goal to become more effective in less time? Do you want to make more money in a short amount of time than you have made in a long amount of time? Do you want to be able to have things that you want to manifest come to you faster than they did in the past? Do you want to change your current situation for future generations? Then you must become more effective in less time. It's no way around it. The primary pathway to doing that is through strategic partnerships. So we know that you must be partnering up with other people. We know that. So you need to make sure you're doing that, regardless of how you feel about if you want to or not. There is no way in this world that you're going to ever progress without the help of somebody else. It's just reality. I know y'all know this. I'm just restating this because we're not moving with a sense of urgency all the time. We kind of relax. One thing that we're not realizing is time waits for nobody. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the nicest basketball player, whatever talent you think that you got, this is the best time to use it because this is the youngest you'll ever be again. Don't keep putting all this pressure on your future version of yourself. Don't keep doing it. Oh, yo, I'm gonna do that later. No, what you're doing is you're stunting the growth of your higher version because what's happening is you're putting too much on tomorrow. You're putting too much. Imagine somebody just putting a bunch of stuff on your back. It's weighing you down, right? So, okay, cool. We don't want to weigh ourselves down anymore. So it's two fundamental principles, right? Y'all got scheduling down. Y'all got accountability, discipline, and consistency, right? How many of us actually stick to our schedules? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't. Let's just be real. Do not fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. Do you stick to your schedule 100% of the time? This is for 100%. If you don't stick to your schedule 100% of the time, put 2. I'm going to drop 2 in the chat for my damn self. Okay? Just letting y'all know so y'all understand it's real. If you got 1, all right, that's dope. But I just want y'all to be honest. So what I learned during this time, right? So let me give y'all a little story. during 2000, like this whole pandemic, right? It happened at a crazy time. I was doing my mentorships. As a student, I'm in there, and I'm also doing my own, work. I have videographer jobs. I got video editing jobs. I got my whole video editing suite. I got the first Luhv Plus Studios, which is an actual place you could go into, and people was there. I rented out. I did Airbnb. I also did music engineering, all these different things through that one location, which was amazing. During that time, pandemic hit, stopped everything. I literally had $300 in my account. Would y'all believe that? Let me know in the chat if y'all would believe I had $300 to my name in 2020. After having all of those setups, all of those things, this is after we already had acquired our first six-figure property with the brownstone in Brooklyn. This is after this, literally after this. Okay, it's not when y'all see us on the video. It was before this. When we played the clips from the movies, the movie Making of the Mogul. It's not, that time is later. That happened before that time. But I'm letting y'all know, $300 to my name. So I had to become creative. Write creativity down in the chat. The one thing that I realized was leadership. That was number one. Leadership. Somebody dropped leadership. So first of all, creativity is number one. You got to have creativity. But now when we're starting to get to the skill set is leadership. Leadership. I realized I was not being the driving force in my situation. I was just allowing the world to dictate what was going on. So it wasn't that I couldn't make money. It's just that I allowed the pandemic to stop me. So what are you allowing to stop you? What's the thing that you are allowing to be your pandemic right now? And wait a minute, don't y'all get old cold feet on me, because I know you're going through some stuff. I know you're dealing with something that you probably are not sharing with other people, but to you, it's like your pandemic. To you, it's that thing that's in your way. To you, it's stopping you. To you, it's shoring up what you've been doing. It's saying, you know what? You got to work differently. That's what this is saying. The pandemic is saying you got to work differently. So within the pandemic, I realized things need to be virtual. Virtual. I called up my brother. I said, bro, we need to make, this is talking about Big Mogul, talking about Mello. I said, bro, we need to make sure we make something one time and get paid for it on time, overtime for the rest of our lives. We should come up with something digital. This is why I started making digital assets. This is why I have over 100 digital assets. And one of the digital assets that we came up with was creating a course. He said, bro, I'm gonna shoot this course. So we traveled around shooting this course. I'm right here with him the whole time. The director, she said, let's turn this into a movie. It was literally her idea. We was like, what? A movie? Like, yeah, movie. Okay. All right, movie. So sales, leadership. All right, where am I getting at now? I'm getting at this leadership part. This leadership part was being able to be the person to make decisions, right? Make decisions under leadership. Wherever you wrote leadership, drop decision making or make decisions, whatever you want to write. You have to be able to make decisions. So I'm realizing if I'm not the one leading in my business will crumble. And that's what happened. I was dependent on Airbnb. Why? Because Airbnb automatically advertises for you, right? I was dependent on my connects, but then now when they talking about social distancing, you can't even get people together the way you want to, because as soon as you cough or say something, they looking at you like you got the coronavirus, and now something else is gonna happen. Y'all remember that time? Don't play. Don't play. Y'all remember that? As soon as somebody cough, everybody looking at them like, oh man, take it easy. So during this time, leadership, right? So we created this course, we shot this, did all of this stuff, which was dope. And then we said, we need to be able to produce this. So we started recording our Zoom videos, right? And then selling the Zoom videos. So once again, this was our creativity mixed in our leadership. Why was this leadership? Because we were making decisions to do something that other people can participate in. So as a person that is making a decision, which is the leader, inside your relationships, you're going to be able to be a leader and a seller. But at the same time, you got to understand when to play the role. So in your life right now, if the pandemic is happening to you, if you feel like you're stuck in any area of your life right now, you must get creative to be a leader, to lead yourself out from whatever it is that you're under. Whatever it is that's happening to you. If we're clear so far, just put clear in the chat. Right? As I'm looking outside this window and I'm looking at this immaculate view of New York City, and I'm seeing all of these buildings, I'm noticing that these are all other people's creations. Where is mine? Did that go over your head? I'm looking out the window and I'm seeing all of these other people's creations, but where is mine? So I want you to look at that for yourself. You got the flyest clothes on, you got somebody's brand on, you on Zoom, you got somebody's phone, but where is yours? Where is your invention? Where is your creation? Drop it in the chat if you got one. Put 1 in the chat if you got one. If you don't have one yet, put 0 in the chat. So leadership and creativity, it all goes hand in hand. You have to lead yourself before you can lead anyone else. Sometimes, I'm being real, the reason why the kids don't listen to the parents is because the parents just be telling the kids what to do and they don't follow their own advice. And kids aren't stupid. They're just young. So they have to take orders and advice from the elders. So they're going to be quiet, but they notice this and it's going to come out in their actions and they're not going to listen to you. So if you want your child to have your picture on their wall, you need to become a better leader right here, right now. Because what's the point of you having children if they're not even connected to you in any type of way, other than the fact that that's daddy, that's mama? All right. So leadership, being able to lead your ship, being able to lead you, lead your life. And leading is making decisions. So going forward, we're not hesitating on decision. Put a 1 in the chat, or exactly put a 0 in the chat if you find it hard to make decisions. When your significant other asks you what you want to eat, you over there scrambling, you don't know what you want to eat. Oh, when it's time for you to put clothes on, you looking in the closet for 2, 3, 4 hours. Like, let me know. Put a 0 in the chat if you find it hard to make decisions. If you find it hard to make decisions, I'm going to show you how now. It's so easy. How many of you plan out what your decision is going to be ahead of time? Even in relationships, right? You might get into an argument. Dang, I should have said so. Next time we have this argument, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that. And then when you actually confront the person next time, do you actually say it? No, you go off the script to something totally different and you be banging your own head like, damn, I should have never said that. It's the same thing. You could plan all you want, but life is not going to go according to plan. It's going to go according to your vision. So what is most important is you having that idea of who you want to be and lead yourself to that level. It's going to happen. Literally, it's going to happen because the way this world works, it works off a frequency base, right? What's happening in your mind every day is these neurons are firing off. And when these neurons are firing off, these things is something called synaptic plasticity. And what's happening is you're creating mental loops. Inside of this mental loop, right? So your brain has this function. This is the amygdala, right? This is the thing that is controlling your emotions, right? Your prefrontal cortex is really like either going to be standing out more, which means you're operating off of emotion, or it's going to be dialed back. So the key thing is to get you out of survival mode. Most of us are in survival mode. And survival mode is what throws you off from creating the experiences and doing all the things that you truly want to do. But the way to offset that is just become a leader. Because if you stand up and you say, this is the life I want to have, where I want to own a property like this, where it's a 350 unit building, the only way that you actually get that is if you lead yourself to that. The only way you eat, and make it simple for you. How many of us get hungry? Put a 1 in the chat if you get hungry. Put a 1 in the chat if you get hungry. Put a 2 in the chat if you just wait around until somebody feeds you. Put a 3 in the chat if you get your butt up and get to the food. Why did you get to the food? Because you led yourself there. It's nowhere around what I'm saying, y'all. It's nowhere around it. I'm only speaking about principles you can justify through your own life. And the reason why I'm using this small scenario is because this is the easiest thing to show you, right? Because if you're hungry, all you do is do what? If you're hungry, what do you do? All right, before you eat, because I know you eat, but you don't just magically have food appear like the cartoons, right? Like you have to do something to get the food to eat it, right? So what Tell me what you do. And you're hungry, what happens? Ooh, somebody said plan, right? You plan your work, and then what? You work your plan. See, it doesn't go according to the plan though, right? Damn, I done ran out of mayonnaise. I wanted to make this sandwich. All right, I'm gonna use mustard. Ooh, this wasn't bad. I like this. That's how things happen, right? You change it up a little bit. Like, damn, I wasn't expecting this, but all right, it's good. So now you learn, right? So it's always gonna happen based upon your vision, but it's never gonna start without your planning. You have to plan your work and work your plan. Have to. Mandatory. All right. So make sure y'all write that down. Plan your work, work your plan. All right. So now you leading you. What does that mean, right? All it means is that you getting up, doing the things that you know that you should do, even though you don't want to. Just like being on this call. You could easily just be in bed, or you could easily be doing something else. And you might not want to, but you're on here and you're getting something valuable. So that is the same way. It takes no difference from you to make a sandwich, for you to make a business deal. It's no different. You might feel scared or nervous to speak to somebody, but we need to nip that and have you become the best speaker. Okay? That's why we're doing all of this. So leadership, you leading, making decisions. You have to lead the sell. So whatever the sell is, you lead it. So if you sold yourself on, I want to be a millionaire, you have to lead that. That's why I'm having this conversation with my brother yesterday. Like, bro, you got to lead this thing, do X, Y, and Z, because this is your vision for X, Y, Z. You have to lead. There's no way around it. If your vision is to get rich, you have to lead. You have to be the lead domino in whatever it is that you want to do. Period. Y'all got that right? Put Claire in the chat, because you cannot pass this up. You ain't waiting around on me. You ain't waiting around on the next person. You have to get up and lead. That means do the things that you are unclear of doing, your uncertainty, right? You might not know. It doesn't matter. All of this is learning experience. You think that we know everything that we're doing? No, like we're learning as we go. And we thank everybody for, building with us, because then we're all winning. So, all right, cool. That second layer is the sales part. The sales. Who do you need to sell? The first person you need to lead is who? Let me know in the chat. The first person you need to lead is who? And the first person you need to sell is who? Right. So it works the same way. Before you can lead somebody else, before you can lead a woman, before you can lead a man, before you can lead a relationship, before you can lead your children, you need to learn to lead yourself. I know this may seem like, damn, he's saying it. No, I'm saying this because we are skipping over it. That's why I'm saying this. So sales is two fundamental skills that will change your entire life. You allow it, and it's sales and leadership. Everything in this world is sales, and everything in this world is leadership, even in your relationship. So if you are not selling yourself on the idea, it does not come to life. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is, if you want to be a millionaire, but you deep down in your mind believe you won't be, what are you really selling yourself? Right. So you're not going to get it. But if you truly believe that this is what I want to do, this is who I'm going to become, then guess what? By nature of you being divine, by you coming from God, you already have a power and a God-like ability to create the world around you. Guess what? People are already doing it. You're living in other people's world. That do-rag you got on your head, that hat you got on, those earphones you're wearing, those clothes that you have, the car that you drive, the house that was built, whose idea was that? So where is yours? If you got other people's ideas on you, you're living in other people's ideas, but where is yours? If you don't have one, you're going to always feel like you're at the bottom, or like you're starting over, or like I was getting on Tamoa about when she commented on one of my posts. I was like, it's only the beginning. Shit, I've been putting work in for years. Hopefully this ain't the beginning, because I'm still at the beginning of all of this. And I can't do this, all right? I got to make sure I'm progressing. So as I mentioned before, I'm learning that it's about sales and leadership. So during that time back in 2020, I only had $300. I called up one of my aunts. I said, I don't really ask people for money. She said, yeah, I know, but I'm going to give this to you. She gave me $300. So I have $600 now. I used that to go get the LLCs. And then from there, that's when it changed for me, right? That's when it changed back into me having a different level of life. And then it took a whole nother turn, which y'all can see the results. And if y'all been with us for a year, y'all know what we've been doing. Like I said, millions of dollars that came through what we have learned, and it's sales and leadership. I just want to pass this information on to you so that way you can go and be prosperous too. But not only just in the financial realm, but in your relationship. That's why I'm breaking it down this way. So now that I realize sales is the next domino, like I need to learn how to sell myself on what it is that I want. You now need to sell yourself. Do you really feel like you're the person that's capable of being this millionaire or being this person that changes your generation? Like, do you feel that way? If you don't, you should wake up right now and feel that way, because you are special. When I get up here and I say these things, I'm not saying this to help to have you feel motivated. I'm having you look in the mirror, because I used to be just like you, doubting myself and thinking that I can't because of the people that surround me. Like, I graduated in high school salutatorian. I could have been valedictorian. I didn't really care to be any of it. But what I'm showing you, I had student athlete of the year. I'm showing you by natural just being me, I was able to get all of these accolades. But now I figured out really how I was doing this. And I was always being the leader. I was always being that person. I was always selling myself on why this would be beneficial. So being optimistic would lead you to optimism. So write this down. Optimistic. You have to be optimistic. How many of y'all be on, yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. Yeah, I don't know if this, that's why it ain't working. Okay. So when it comes to creating beautiful experiences, because this is what we're all looking for. I wish I could break this down on a whiteboard. There's no point to hold it up and show y'all, because you ain't gonna be able to see it. I gotta take the loss on that and do my best to articulate it in another way. So our goal, right, in life, like everybody has a common goal. And the common goal, I just want to see if y'all know what the common goal is. What is everybody's common goal? So don't get it confused with, the primary focus. Don't get it confused with become more effective in less time. But what's everybody's common goal? See, Devin, you said survive. That is accurate to 99% of people, and that's why they're struggling. Because their goal is to survive. So guess what? If your goal is to survive, you're going to go for the bare minimum. If your goal is to survive, you're going to shoot for things that you know that you can get, and not shoot for things that you might seem scared to get. Everybody's common goal is this. Think about vacation. Why do you go on vacation? Why do you go on vacation? Go on vacation for a beautiful experience. See, some of y'all think it's breaking away from life. That's not what you're really doing. Because do you actually break away from life and become a cartoon character? No. You're still the same person, but you're in a better situation because you want a beautiful experience. So the truth of the matter is we need to be conscious of what it is that we want, and most of us are not. That's the reality. That's the reality of this. So be conscious that you want a beautiful experience. So the beautiful experience is created by two fundamental properties. The first property is powerful relationships. Let me show you what I'm talking about in real time. If you go on a vacation and you go to a resort, and the resort is broken down, it has dirty water, are you going to have a great experience? You're not. Let's be real. You're not. Why? Because the relationship that you're having with the resort is a broken relationship, fractured relationship. It's not a powerful relationship. Now, if you went to a resort or you went to the hometown, whatever it is, and everything was just amazing, beautiful, worked well, that's going to build a powerful relationship. But what is that? That's sales and that's leadership. So sales and leadership is all about creating powerful relationships. The first person you need to create a powerful relationship is within yourself. Second, like if you want to now start making money, you need to understand what is being asked of you. If you are the seller, your job is to lead the decision maker to make the decision to purchase. So when you're the one that's buying, you are still a leader. You're the one making the decision. When you are selling something, you are helping them, you're guiding them to the sale. So going forward, you need to start guiding people in your life better. You need to start enrolling people that's around you to to play roles in your story. I remember when we were young, I told Ramel, I said, bro, you're gonna be the vice president of the company. He looked at himself and said, vice president, bro, I ain't no vice president. Bro, you are. In fact, you are the president. Just understand that. Bro, whatever it is. Immediately, the next week after that, he came to me and said, bro, thank you for believing in me. I never even could see myself this way. Like the fact that you see me this way, this is amazing. And we did a job, right? I was working at the YMCA teaching sports and doing sports medicine and all that stuff. And I was coaching too at this time. And I sent them on a mission to do our videography and photography work. And we made like so many moves all in one time. This is how we learn, okay, damn, we could all become more effective in less time. But I sold him on being this person. You get what I'm saying? I sold him on being this person. He was a leader and made the decision. So every day, whether you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you have to sell your husband. You have to sell your wife. You have to lead your wife. You have to lead your husband. Whether you believe it or not, you know it though, it's true. But some of y'all, like especially women, you get upset. Well, I gotta lead a man. A man's supposed to lead. No, you're supposed to lead with each other. Okay? So sales and leadership. Now, remember, to create beautiful experiences, the first paradigm is powerful relationships. The quickest way to understand and to create powerful relationships is sales and leadership. The role of the salesperson is to lead the leader to the sale. I have to lead the person to the sale. And then the person who's the leader has to make a decision. So let me give you an example in relationships. If you have a girlfriend, you have a boyfriend, significant other, and you want them to go on a date, or you want them to go on a walk of a park, or you want to have a movie night, you have to sell that person. And you have to lead them to the sale. So if the sale is, I want to spend Friday night as a date night, you have to actually guide them to do the thing, right? And then the person who you guided to do the thing, they have to make a decision and they have to lead the sale. So even though, like, let's say a woman, your woman wants you to go out on a date, even though it was her idea to take you out on a date, you still have to lead the sale. You still have to lead it, right? So regardless of how you feel, every time, every day, you're going to play both roles of the leader, which is the decision maker, and the salesperson, which is the person that's guiding you, right? But they're both leadership roles. So just make sure that's clear. You're not going to get what you want if you're not the leader of what you want, period. The second leg of the beautiful experience is perspective. So if you change what you see, you change what you say. But if you change what you say, you change what you see. So why am I even saying that? Because maybe you're a person who believes that you can actually be a millionaire, but the words that are coming out of your mouth are not matching that of a millionaire. So you must change your words so you can change what you see. As I mentioned when I was talking to Ramel, and I said, you're the vice president. He neglected it at first. Then over that week, he came around to it, and then it changed what he saw for himself. If that didn't take place, like literally, I had these conversations with my family. I asked them these questions. I said, what do you think was a determining factor in your growth? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. They all pointed at me, and I said, what you mean? One of my uncles, this is an uncle of mine. He's around our age, older than us, but he's an uncle. I said, how could your life be different? He said, if you was around more. What you mean if I was around more? Well, if you were around, then guess what? I would have X, Y, and Z. I said, oh, damn. I didn't feel bad about this. You know why? Because I encouraged him to come around. He neglected it. He resisted that. He doesn't have the lifestyle that he really would want, but he recognizes, damn, you were an impactful person in my life, and I should have actually done that. I'm not telling y'all to listen to me. I'm just sharing my story with y'all being vulnerable. I asked Ramel the same thing. He said the same exact thing. I asked Jamel the same thing. He said the same exact thing. So then when we look at the dynamic of what we were doing, I was always given mindset. I was always being tutelage. Why? Because I was listening to my elders too. And I would just pass on the information, but I'm acting on the information, an application. Information plus application equals transformation. That's how I changed my life to go from a person who could be broken down to a person that was building up everybody I went around, right? So the craziest thing is that you're probably that person in your family. That's why people come to you. That's why people ask you questions, because they realize that, damn, There's something about you. You're not like everybody else. It's something about you. So if that's true, I want y'all to realize that what I'm saying is not some aberration or some myth or trying to get you hyped and excited. I'm telling you this because if you don't realize you're a god or a goddess, you're going to live the life like a peasant. That's the issue here. So we all looking to survive, and then what's happening? We looking to survive, and we just like, damn, shit ain't working out. Language, perspective, damn, I gotta convince my family. Stop convincing your family. Stop doing it. Don't worry about convincing them. I got a sister some of y'all met one of my sisters. I got another sister. She wasn't in the huddles with us. And anytime we came around talking this mindset shit, she didn't want to hear it. But now when you look at it, she need us, right? So no disrespect to her. I love her. I'm just telling y'all that you're going to have people like this in your life. Don't get caught up with this. Stay focused, disciplined, and consistent. But you have to build with other people. So the power of building powerful relationships and having a perspective that everything is going to work out in your favor automatically creates beautiful experience. How do I know this? Let's prove it again once to you in your real life. Let's be honest. After you have sex, especially ladies in the morning, no disrespect, you know what I'm talking about. So you have sex, morning sex, it makes you feel good. That's a powerful relationship. It changed your whole perspective about the day, and now throughout the day, you feel like you're unstoppable. Then what's happening? You become unstoppable. It's just the reality of it. And also, if you feel like a relationship is negative and a bad situation happened to you, then you think about more bad situations. What happened? You get a downward spiral. Why is this happening? Because the world is tuned to frequencies. Whatever you tune into frequently becomes your frequency. Whatever you are operating on frequency-wise, you will see frequently in your life. It's not no myth. It's not some weird thing. I'm telling you principles that you already know. You already know this, but knowing means nothing. So at this point, I wanna stop and I wanna get some hands on what is being said and what has been said today, so that way we can help you put it in perspective for whatever it is that you're dealing with personally in your life. So raise your virtual hand if you need clarity on something. You've been taking your notes and you need clarity on something. Let's address that. Let's actually put you in the game and help you out with your particular case. So just while y'all getting your hands up, this is the recap. Plan your work, work your plan. You must set schedules. I know you got it in your head, but this is not meant to keep schedules. This is just meant to help you survive and navigate. That's it. Write these stuff down. Any breakthroughs that you get, anything you said you want to do, just write it down. There's power in the point. Okay? All right. After that, I want you to understand accountability. If you can write down your schedule, that's cool. But if you don't stick to it, it don't mean anything. So you need discipline and consistency. Regardless of how you feel, whether you do it with me, whether you do it with my team, do it with my community, does not matter. You need it regardless. You choose where you want to be. Now, you want to create beautiful experiences. You're going to need powerful relationships, and you're going to need to have a great perspective on how this shit is going to work out. Excuse my language. I'm just giving to you the real today. I want you to really feel what I'm saying. All right. So other than that, this is the thing. Sales and leadership is the skills you need to be working on. You need to sell yourself and learn how to speak to other people, to sell them. You need to enroll people into your life, because regardless of how you feel, you're not going to get there without the help of other people, period. Right? So anybody, I didn't see any hands go up, so y'all should be all clear. But if anybody needs any perspective on something that they're dealing with, this would be the time. If you wrote down some notes and you feel like, damn, something might be missing, this is the time. Okay, this is the time. If not, I'm gonna turn it over to Sunshine and allow Sunshine to close us out. Don't forget, Business Execution Challenge. We got something special for y'all on Tuesday we're gonna announce, but Business Execution Challenge. Each day, you're gonna be doing something in your business, just one thing. We make it simple for you. Just do one thing in your business. At the end of the week, you should at least have 5, 6, 7 things you've done in your business. And that's probably that's probably more than what you've done in the last month. I don't know, but you know, right? Any questions, any concerns, anything that sticks out? Anybody want to raise their hand and share? Let us know. All right, Sunshine, you can take it away, Queen.
I was actually about to raise my hand, so perfect. I just want to say for myself, I don't know about anybody else, but I just want to thank you for this information because I was right. I was doing so much writing today. And there was so many different things that you was touching on that resonated. And I just want to thank you because sometimes we don't know when we show up in these rooms and when we show up into these classes, like what's actually going to be said that is pertaining to you in any particular situation. And so for me, there's so much of what you spoke on today that I'm excited to, I didn't even have my regular notebook with me. I just had this little pad, but I'm excited to actually put this in my real notes, the ones that you like to call my little what? Don't play with me. But no, I'm really excited to really dive a little bit deeper into this for myself because there's a lot of questions that you asked that I feel like all of us should be having our hands up as far as getting more insight. And for us to be in this room to invest into ourselves in this manner, when you ask a question, and sometimes maybe it goes over our heads, but one of the most profound questions that you asked today is, where is my creation? And all of us need to sit in that and really think about where we are on this journey as far as what you are looking to create or what you plan on creating. Where are you on that journey to make sure that it's not just in your head anymore? It's not just in your heart. It's not just a passion, but it's out there for the world to see and purchase and to take you to your next level. And so thank you for today because this was major. I appreciate you on so many levels. And so I don't know where everybody else is at with their creation, but you put a spark in me this morning with this. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
Absolutely. I appreciate you 100%. And thank you for actually showing up because, like you said, everybody should have their hands up. The fact that you don't have your hands up is what I'm referring to the entire time. Like, are you really selling yourself? Like, think about it. You paid your money to join a class, to join a program, and you have an opportunity to speak to a person who helped create the program that you joined, and you don't have any questions about what I'm referring to. Okay, it's no disrespect. I'm not gonna force you, but I'm just saying you should be thinking about that. I do see one hand up. Who is that?
King Reggie.
Bring up Reggie.
On the last part, information. You said information plus application means affirmation. That's what you said.
Transformation.
Transformation. Oh.
Yeah. So the quickest way to transform your life is you get a download of information, but you have to apply the information. As soon as you apply the information, guarantee your life changes. Now you have to keep up with it, discipline and consistency in order to see it come to life. But information plus application 100% will lead to transformation. No doubt about it.
All right. That was my question.
Yeah, no problem. Great job, Reggie. Who else we got coming up?
We got Queen Jerry. Talk to us, love.
Jerry.
Hey crew, oh my God, this was such an amazing class. I definitely needed this information, so I appreciate you so very much. My question is, my biggest issue, I would say that's holding me back is discipline and consistency. And I really want to know what are some things that I can implement daily to help me with discipline on, those tasks and those schedules. Okay, like I'm okay with making the schedule, but like you said, sticking to it has been a little bit hard. But what are some things that I could say to myself or put around to help me with discipline and staying consistent?
I got you. And that's a good question. Great question. Does anybody know? Put the answer in the chat. Watch this. Let me show y'all in real time. You have a husband? You have children?
Yeah, I have a husband.
Oh, no children though, right? You have a husband? Okay. Do you feel motivated by your husband?
No.
No, you don't feel motivated by your husband? Okay, that's something that we need to work on. That's something that we need to actually work on. So that right there is part of why you would not live up to your schedule, because we need to be around other people who make us feel motivated to do the thing. So now, for example, children, if you have children and they see you, you're gonna see them and be like, damn, I gotta do X, Y, and Z because you know it's for them. Long story short, we perform better in the eyes of others than we do in the eyes of ourselves. That's why you need accountability partners. That's why you need strategic partners. You don't have that, right? Like if your husband was actually a strategic partner for you or accountability partner, every time you see him, damn, let me be on my P's and Q's. That's how people, I hate it when people used to treat me like that, because younger, as soon as I walk in a room, they ain't smoking, they ain't doing nothing. They chest up straight, all square, talk proper. Like, and then it's like, why you acting like that around me? Like, why can't I get the fun version of y'all? So now that's why y'all see me come on so stern, because when I play the fun version, they just play way too much now. So I was like, I'll call it between the two. But what I'm saying to you is we all need the person that is going to help us be disciplined. For me, it was my brothers. Knowing that, okay, damn, we got a fractured household. I need to set an example. It was just naturally ordained for me to be the leader, right? All right, cool. If you don't have that, you need to now get that from your community. That's what you pay for. So you need to actually have a partner within the community, not somebody that's going to, just be silly with you, but somebody who's actually going to check on, hey, Jerry, did you get X, Y, and Z done? Hey, Jerry, let's make a goal for this. So if it's not anybody else, let it be me. Jerry, what's your goal right now? Tell me what you got on your schedule.
Today, I got to send out my letters, and I'm also going to a cookout. But like personally, personally, that's pretty much what I was going to do today, was get those letters out and pretty much rest my mind for tomorrow, because I know I got some more work to do tomorrow.
Okay. I got you. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to screenshot when you sent those letters off. I want you to document that and send it to me. Can you do that? Well, what time is the cookout?
Around like 3, 4.
All right, so you got to reward yourself with the cookout. The cookout is not guaranteed. The cookout is a reward if you do the letters. So I need to see that by 2 o'clock. I need you to send me the screenshot that it's all done by 2 o'clock, and then that would show me and show you if you really want what you said you want. You don't have to send it. If you don't send it, you don't really want it. Just stop coming to the calls, Jerry. Just end it. Like, so you're not gonna do nothing with it. Just forget about it.
Right.
Okay?
No,
So that's what I want you to do.
They're gonna get sent today.
All right.
I'm gonna make sure I put it in Luhv Plus.
2 p.m., right? Direct message to me, right?
Yes.
All right, good.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you too. Who said no more burnt hot dogs for you? No, they do be burning the hot dogs at the cookouts. Why y'all be burning the hot dogs at the cookouts? Like, what's up with that, man? Like, come on. Can I get a regular hot dog? Sunshine, who we got coming up, man?
You got the legacy builder coming up. Come talk to us, Queen.
Now, they do be burning them burgers too. Anything on the grill get burnt. Somebody need to get fired.
It up. They tears it up, crew. Crew, thank you so much for today. That "Where Is Mine" piece, just it hit me. It hit me like a ton of bricks. And so I want to thank you for that. When you said you were looking out the window, and seeing everybody else's creation, it just really made that piece come alive for me. And so now I'm tasked and challenged with figuring out where mine is. And so thank you. That was a bar. I jumped on to talk to Queen Jerry because I want to add a little bit to what Crew said about, you need that person, that accountability partner, that person that's going to help to hold you accountable. But I'm going to tell you this. I had an accountability partner, somebody that was holding me accountable. But guess what was holding me back, Jerry? It was my love for me. I wasn't loving me enough to show, because I don't give a darn who, hold me accountable, right? I needed to create a love affair with the legacy builder, with Naya. And then once I fell in love with me, like it was no stopping me from that point, right? So like you said you married, right? So when you get into a relationship with your boo thing, y'all jiving and vibing, and you want to be the best version of yourself for that person, and you'll do anything for that person, right? Well, almost anything to make that person, like you a little bit, right? Or you want to be likable. Well, that's the same thing that you have to create for you. And sometimes it involves like getting in that mirror and talking to Jerry and really pumping Jerry up. Sometimes I get in the mirror and I be like, I go in on me, right? With love, just, reminding myself. Sometimes you got to remind yourself of just how dope and how beautiful you are. So once you begin to love yourself more, those things that's on the schedule, you feel like, yo, I deserve that. I owe that to me. Wait a minute, I think I'm going to show up and do this work for Jerry. But before you love Jerry, like, you ain't really, you like, yeah, I mean, maybe, okay. So I want to start, us connecting a little bit more so I can show you how I fell in love with me. Because baby, ain't nobody as good as me, right? Nobody bad as me. I love me, right? So start loving you some Jerry.
That's a great point. And
thank you so much.
yeah.
I appreciate that, Legacy. I really do. I do.
No
And I sent you
problem.
my number on school in my email. So look
I
me up.
got you, Queen. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
And Jerry should be knowing this. I'm gonna call you out on this, Jerry, because if tomorrow, if Legacy Builder had to come up there and tell you this, we got a problem. So Jerry was in the community for a while, especially when I used to say this a lot. You need to love yourself enough to do the things that you need to do in order to get what you want. Jerry knows this. So this is not something new to her. So that's why I'm thinking, like, you really got to get on your stuff right now, right? You got to really get on your stuff. And sometimes, like you said, Naya, you got to do that mirror work. That's why on the app, we got the mirror challenge, right? Go inside that mirror, look at yourself, and really see, damn, am I loving on Jerry? It's almost like this. You know how you hate to hear other people talk bad about your great friend? It's like you are the great friend that's talking bad about yourself. You talking bad about you. You looking in the mirror like, oh yeah, I don't know about her today. She ain't, you talking like, yeah, I ain't gonna do it. Yeah, like why do you want to be that person when you could be the best version of yourself? I want you to love Jerry like Jerry is your love. That's why I want you to look at yourself. So when Naya's saying that, she made a great point. Love yourself enough to do what you need to do. So that way you could do what you want. It ain't about doing what you want to do, it's about doing what you need to do. And that is what gets you what you want. Write this down, y'all. There's a bar for everybody. In order to have freedom, because that's what everybody's chasing, right? This whole freedom thing, you need to lock yourself down in structure. In order to have freedom, lock yourself down in structure. So, Jerry, really pull on the fact, okay, I really want to get this life. I really want to do this. I'm not committed or I'm not consistent. Well, it ends today because guess what? If I do not do it, it doesn't get done. So I have to lock myself down in structure. No matter how many hours it's going to take me to send these letters out, when I finally send these letters out, which experience would I rather have? Would I rather have the experience where I said I was going to send out the letters, I wrote it down, I went to the barbecue anyway. While I'm at the barbecue, I'm thinking, damn, I got to send the letters out. So now my mind is halfway free and halfway caged of what I'm supposed to be doing and all this other stuff. Or can I just get it done all before 2 p.m., send the screenshot to the Mindset Mogul, and then say, okay, you know what? I'm going to get these burnt burgers and these hot dogs. Ain't nobody stopping. And I'm good. I ain't got nothing to worry about. Which experience would you rather have? And that is what starts to determine you and your success. Which experience, because you're looking for beautiful experiences. Which one would you rather have? To be stressed out while you're supposedly having fun because you're thinking about what needs to be done, or finishing what you know you need to do so that way you can have room to discover something brand new while you're now out there having fun. Two different lives, two different experiences. Which one would you rather have? So shout out to Legacy Builder. Thank you for allowing that. And this is why I asked everybody to raise their hand, because everything you do matters. The fact that she come up and say that, we don't get this conversation out of this if she doesn't come up and say it. So thank you, Legacy Builder. Appreciate you. Thank you, Jerry, because without you, that doesn't happen either. So y'all see how all of this works together? So all right, we got to close up. I got to jump on my next meeting. I got like 3 meetings back to back. So let's go to Sunshine. First of all, snap it up and clap it up for yourselves. Can we have everybody come on for mute? Snap it up and clap it up for yourselves and everybody who participated. Let's have everybody come off of mute.
Let's go, y'all.
Yes, y'all.
Good
Let's
job,
go, let's
everybody.
go,
Good
let's go,
job.
let's go.
Valuable
Whoa.
information. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Absolutely. Amazing
Yeah.
job,
So
family.
beautiful
Just a
session, Coach
reminder,
Crew. It's the
plan to
first
work and
day
work to
of the
plan.
rest
That's
of our
that's
lives.
today.
Let's
That's
use
right.
it.
Yes.
Let's
So
go.
much
Let's
for the
grow.
reminder. Coach
Feel
Q,
great. Brush your
Make it
teeth.
thank
Take
you
the
so
happen.
much.
shower. Do
Yes.
what you
You are
need
Create
to
the life
awesome.
you
You
do.
are
want. Let's
amazing. You
If
go.
are
nobody else gonna do it
amazing.
for you,
Jasmine going off right now. All right, Sunshine, take us away. Bring us home.
Just to be able to hear all the different things that people are saying, sometimes I absolutely love it. Yes, and just the last thing as far as Queen Jerry and a legacy builder and speaking, and yes, she has been here for a long time. But one thing that I thought about, as all of that was being said, is that our experiences sometimes in life causes us to forget who we are. And sometimes we just need to be reminded, simply just need to be reminded. And that's why investing in yourself and coming into mentorships and being in these rooms and getting up today for this call, you just needed to be reminded, Queen. That's all it is, because we get caught up in the titles and we get caught up in the task and what's being done, what's not being done, and what's not working. And sometimes everybody just needs to be reminded. And one thing today is, Queen Jerry, if you forgot a little bit, things were off task a little bit, you were definitely reminded, Queen, of just how powerful you are, how beautiful you are, walk in that power. And again, make sure, matter of fact, your task is to do both challenges. You're going to be doing the business execution challenge and that mirror challenge. And me and you going to talk about that. So I love it. I love it. Today was exactly what we needed. Today was that I don't drink coffee, but there's some people that cannot start their day off without that jolt, that cup of coffee. I'm more of a tea person with the flavors and all the rest of that stuff. So today was that cup of tea that just was everything. And today should have been that cup of coffee, tea, whatever it is that you're liking. The King talked about, when he first got on, he talked about putting ourselves in position of power. What a powerful statement. Like, literally, it's up to us to put ourselves in position of power and to be creative enough to work around your excuses. Man, I was throwing shoes. I don't know, y'all might have missed it, but did you get that? Like, be creative enough to work around your excuses, to work around your obstacles, to work around your challenges. And he says to us all the time that we have to see difficulty differently. Do we not? Because if you chose to see your challenges as stepping stones to where you're looking to go, then is it really a challenge? Nah, we just have to take the steps that we need to take to get to the higher level. Today, like I said, today just hit me a little bit different. I don't know. Accountability, y'all, is now and forever will be about that discipline and consistency. And I could honestly and truly say that's where most of us have issues with, whether it be the discipline side, the consistency side, or the combination of both. I myself can raise my hand to that, because I promise you that discipline and consistency, I can have it in certain areas with certain things, and then in others I may be lacking, but it's not okay. It needs to be across the board. Character and everything else, as far as where you're looking to go, discipline and consistency is everything. Sticking to your schedule, my goodness, that should have been another shoe moment. Okay, sticking to our schedules. Don't just be the person, and I've said this to y'all who has been on a class with me, we cannot just be making these to-do lists. We cannot just be making these lists and not sticking to what we say we're going to do in a given day, because again, that puts us on a hamster wheel. We're not getting anywhere. So we have to be consistent and disciplined and sticking to our schedules so that we can have the most productive, positive days possible to complete, put the word completion, complete the task, complete the goal. How many of us have so many open-ended things that we are just day to day looking to sit up there and attempt to get something finished? No, we're not attempting. We're not attempting anything anymore. We're never trying, but we're not attempting either. We're working to get it done. Period. Mastering sales and leadership the king lets us know is what's truly going to change our life. And I believe that wholeheartedly, that mastering that sales and leadership will take every single last one of us to the level that we're looking to go to. Again, I said to you, when he mentioned that, where is my creation? I know what it was about that statement, because transparency. I have a lot of creations, but they still in here and here. Why? Like, why are they still in here and here? Especially when I'm in this kind of room, there's no reason for that. So it's about making sure that we take our creations, pull them out our minds, put them out our hearts, and put it out here for the world to see. When he talked about leadership, he talked about how we must be able to lead ourselves. It's one thing to be able to lead other people, but when you're able to lead yourself, that is truly your next level. Because when you're leading yourself properly, you are sticking to your schedule. When you're leading yourself properly, you are being disciplined. You are being consistent. Leading yourself properly is going to make every single thing else in your life fall into place. So it's a really, 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 it's really imperative that we learn to lead ourselves. And he also told us to know who we want to be, right? Like literally know who you want to be, and where you want to be, so that you can lead yourself to that level. If you did not write that down, something is wrong. You need to write that down, and you probably need to highlight that. Know who you want to be and where you want to be, so that you can lead yourself to that level. Because so many of us are having these goals, but have we taken the time out to really learn who we are right now, to know what we really want in order to get there? That's some of our issues. We can't get there. It's not the procrastination. We can't get to somewhere we're not really sure where we're looking to truly go, because we don't truly know who we are. We can't do that anymore. That is aimless goals like that. That's pointless. We cannot do that. And getting out of survival mode. Yeah, that was another one. Getting out of survival mode. We have been in this society now that is making things way more difficult. Like anytime you in the store buying milk or eggs or bread for like $5, I'm just not even understanding that, but it's a real thing. And so many of us are stuck in the mentality, the mindset of just surviving. No. That is a no. We must get past that. And so being optimistic, he said, will lead you to optimism. I hope you wrote that down, because that is definitely a place that we need to stay in all the time, is making sure that we are optimistic in every single thing that we're looking to do. There's too many of us that are looking to do things that we doubt. What's the purpose? What's the purpose of setting forth an effort to something and you're doubting yourself? You're not sitting in a state of optimism. We got to change that. And we must create a powerful relationship within ourselves. It starts with you and it ends with you. Know who you are. Create that powerful relationship within yourself and walk in your power, not just today, but every single day. Thank you, King Crew, for today. Thank you, everybody that has chosen to show up for yourselves today, because today was an extremely powerful class. And I hope that you didn't let anything go over your head today, because this was a phenomenal class and we appreciate you. I love y'all to life.
Let's leave on a hot note, y'all. Thank you, Sunshine. Drop them sunshine emojis in the chat. Everybody come off of mute, snap it up, clap it up for yourselves. Go out there and be amazing. I know it's a holiday for a lot of you. Go and enjoy yourself. Hey, look, Jerry, bring me back something. Make sure it's veggies, though. All right? Let's go.
A veggie hot dog. A veggie hot dog.
That's nasty.
I said a burnt carrot.
Burn it.
Burn hot dogs for me.
Be
Burn all mine.
Thank you, Crew.
Have an amazing day, everybody.
You
Crew, I'm
too.
going to
Bye.
find
Great
mine.
day,
I'm going to
everyone.
find mine.
Get it, let's get it. Do some work.
My
Don't be
own
twerking. Do some
creation.
work. No twerking. Work it, no twerking. Work it, no
Do both.
twerking.
Do both.
Twerk and
Let's
work.
go.
Twerk.